Hello, everybody. Just checking in, doing this podcast based on energy that's going on. Feeling really called to express some things. So I want to come in and just talk a little bit about this Leo new moon and this Leo season in general and what it's activating. And so let's get started. We are in the Leo season. We have Venus and Mars going into Virgo, which is very specific. And it could be a little bit narrowing, if that makes sense, energetically. So there can feel like a limitation in some sense there. And the thing is that when we're in Leo season, we all crave love. That's what Leo's about. Leo is the energy that wants to receive love and admiration. So with that narrowing and that kind of interesting way that Venus plays out in Virgo is making us feel a little shy of being loved. So the thing that's coming through really strong for me is about there is a shift in this new timeline as we're recreating new stories and new life themes. We've really evolved to a space, and there's many of us that have evolved to a space that we have really worked on outdated ancestral. I myself have been doing this. And really releasing and cutting the cords with those old ancestry wounds. And it actually frees up your ancestry as well. So this work is really important. And if anybody needs any guidance here, I do sessions. Any of my astrology sessions can be catered towards what you want to work within the theme. We work with Chiron, which is definitely activating right now at 12 degrees in Aries. And it just has us in this weird in-between space as an identity and as the connection goes with others. Saturn in Aquarius and now Jupiter returning in Aquarius has us really having to take authority over our energy and others' energy. So it may feel like there's a detachment going on, but it will be beneficial because Jupiter is always going to bring benefits. So the fact that Jupiter and Saturn are together, it kind of encourages you, and the energy comes to you to kind of bring forth some balance when it comes to energy, receiving and giving there. So part of that is just the lesson of learning to hone your own alignment in all different circumstances. But I really wanted to express that, the love that the Leo energy is really desiring. It's just a very beautiful, pure love, and a love that's accepting. And so for all you Leos out there, I just want to let you know that I'm sending love your way. I'm an Aquarius, so I'm definitely your opposition, but I am evolved to a space where I can love in an unconditional way. So there's no resistance when it comes to me, even though there's Saturn in my sign, and I was born with Saturn in my sign. So I had to learn through creating boundaries, and sometimes boundaries just happening to me. And just recently I had that happen. But I understand that, the thing that's bringing it through is actually what's inspired me to come on and do this podcast. And the thing is that we need to understand that we have to have this alignment really strong in our sovereignty and then the love for ourselves. And even though this energy in Leo season wants us to have someone else loving us. The Venus in Virgo is having us to purify the love itself and actually just work on loving yourself in a pure way, even though, of course, you're going to yearn connection. That's what we're here for. You're here to connect with whatever you're creating. So sometimes that disconnection can make us feel a little like lack of love, but in reality, it's just teaching us to stay true to ourselves, stay true to our authenticity, and just stay in love with yourself and your journey. And it's like with Virgo, it's kind of like in Mars coming into Virgo, it's kind of like do what is correct for you. And that is what will bring you strength through this next. We're actually on a 20-year news cycle now. So we're all feeling a little bit like, I don't know where I am. But in reality, we're in a whole new story. And we should. And the thing for me is these double Aquarius full moons. They're really giving us a chance. Excuse me. They're really giving us a chance to release all the energy that no longer aligns with us. And that can be hard a little bit because it's kind of like you're releasing people and things and all kinds of different energies that you don't feel aligned with, and paying attention to that can feel a little scary because you're disconnecting. And the thing is that we want to connect. But with Jupiter in Aquarius, it will give you benefits. It will benefit you to experience this experience and hone and take authority over into your sovereignty, your energy, and take authority of your energy. Don't let any disconnection make you feel not in your divine right of sovereignty. That's the whole key here in this energy. And again, I'm going to go into a little bit of the Aquarius full moon. To have a double Aquarius full moon in July and then coming up on the 22nd in August again, what does Aquarius rule? It rules energy. And it rules alignment and disalignment. It's what happens with energy. We can feel if it's aligned, we can feel if it's unaligned. Aquarius also rules your nervous system, and it rules the energy that comes through you from the heavenly energy that comes through and gives you good ideas and concepts from the unconscious, the heavenly realms. So it's the ruler of Aquarius is the higher octave of Mercury. So it's having us all go inside and really tune in and release energy that gets in the way of our alignment. And it's with ourselves as well. It's not just the other people, because we are creating the outside. It's just learning whatever that disconnection gives you, but taking full responsibility of it. You are the one that created that energy. Sometimes that can be hard, but we have to look at it, and we have to humble ourselves. It's so easy to look at the other person. We have to humble ourselves and understand the truth of why we created that. Why is that showing up in our life? And learn the lesson and fine-tune the alignment. That's what Saturn in Aquarius wants us to do. And if we stay true to this and stay practicing this, that's where those benefits are going to come from. So during this next Aquarius full moon, release all the energy that no longer resides with what the vision is of your future. And that vision will come on the new moon in Leo on the 8th. That is when it's at that time to really tune in and meditate and journal on what you want to create in this next 20-year cycle? What is the beauty and the life that you want to create? Because we've been praying for a clean slate. And we're getting that. And we're all a little uncomfortable with it because we're like, whoa, what is this? Where am I? But the beauty is that you get to create it. And so embrace that awareness and just have fun with creating. So during this new moon, really get the vision down. So when this Aquarius full moon comes on the 22nd, you can release whatever doesn't connect and align with those new visions. So I'm really happy to be back. I'm going to be back doing my podcast again for those who used to follow me, the few that used to follow me when I did my walks at the beach. I am going to come in and do more podcasts and actually come on and do more videos. So I just wanted to come today and give you guys this message because this can feel a little bit, it's like sometimes I don't do a lot of videos, but when I'm feeling called and I'm feeling the collective needs to hear this and what they need to hear, because this has to do with your heart. This has to do with your heart. And I really want to come in and bring any kind of support and messages. And again, I do have a sale right now. It's 18% off of all my readings. If you go to the link in the bottom here, you can just buy an astrology session and then decide what you want to do, whether it's you're just starting and you want to do your natal, or you're deciding to do your Chiron because you've been working on your chart and you know your chart really well, or if you want to just focus on what is the energy of the planets going to show you in this next cycle. That's a great reading to do right now so that you can understand what is it that you can really visualize and create in the future, and are the planets going to align and support that. So just click the link in the description box and just put SUM, like summer, but just some, and 18 after. And that's the code to get 18% off. And I look forward to meeting any of you. And thank you for listening to this beautiful podcast. And I appreciate all of you. We have this. We've got this. Let's create something beautiful together. Blessings. Hello, everybody. Just checking in, doing this podcast based on energy that's going on. Feeling really called to express.